Hey everyone. So I wanted to do a little update on my tiny little Nano Guppy tank here. It's a freshwater tank and I did some changes to it recently. I had 3 guppies in here for over a year and it did really great. Never needed a heater because my tank water in my house just stayed at a good level for them. I was actually using a different filter than I am now. I was using this little, it's hard to see because the dark in here so you can see the tank. This is a little hang-on back filter and I had a pre-filter sponge on it and I didn't have to change the filter media for over a year. It never even got really dirty. Make sure not to overfeed. It worked great, but I didn't like it and decided to change it because, well, first it made noise. Not a big deal to me. It was just water noise, no filter noise. It's like a little store brand Aqua Masters, and it's like a little 5-gallon filter. I think this tank is around 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons. It might be, I think probably 2 gallons maximum. It was given to me, so I didn't buy it brand new, and I don't know the exact size, but it is small. As you can see, my hand goes from bottom to top. I didn't like that filter because this has a glass top that fits flush, almost flush with how I have it set up now. But of course, if I had a hang on back on, I had to move this over, so it never sat flat. So I wanted to get it set up a little better, so I had this little LED light that fit perfect on the tank, and then the glass basically fits flat. Now I have to get that cord out so it fit, you know, it's a little bit up in the back on both sides, but it pretty much sits flush and it just looks a lot better with that light perfectly fitting on top as well. Lights up the tank really nice. And we have a couple fake plants, but this plant is real. I just got this tank kind of reset up. I wasn't neglecting it or anything, but I didn't have the light on a timer, and the plant kind of got smaller, but it's still doing fine. It's going to come back up. It was just such an easy tank to care for. I just did water changes like once every 3 months. Levels never got high in it, and the filter never got dirty for a year. So I decided to redo it. I put in 2 more guppies, and I believe they're all male. The only one I'm unsure about is this one right here in front, this bigger one. I don't want to have babies in this tank, so if this turns out to be a female, I'll swap her out for a male. The other ones are definitely male. You can just tell by how they look. That one just doesn't have much markings on the front, so I'm thinking that might be a female. If they have babies, it's no big deal, but the babies are going to get sucked up by the filter, and you know, it's just going to be extra waste in the water then, and the babies are going to die, so best not to have babies in here. So 5 little guppies. We have a few snails. You can see one in back. They're assassin snails, and I just have a couple of those in there, and then I had a couple little, I don't know if they were mystery snails or something else, but real small ones. And I think I have 1 or 2 in there as well. I'm not sure if this one's still alive or not. This tank's been set up for over 2 years now. So I decided to change the filter as well, obviously, like I was talking about the filter. And I really like this little filter. This is an internal filter. It has a flow adjustment, and the intake is right down there. It goes into a little filter pad that's just a sponge, and then it comes out the top. And I have the top facing the back wall. That way there's just not too much water flow. It's called the Cascade 170. And seriously, look how big this is. It's about as big as my fingers, not spread out fingers, just kind of held naturally fingers. It is palm size. Really like it. Had it for only a little under a month now, but this water is crystal clear. The stuff you see on the back is water spots and just algae on the back glass. I have this magnetic cleaner down here, this little square, but my tank's against the wall, so I can't get to the back with that, so I just need to get a algae brush and brush that off the back wall. But other than the back wall, try to find a piece of floating debris in this water. There is none. Okay, maybe on this amazing camera you might be able to see something tiny, but my eyes cannot see it. It is like the fish are just like floating, just with nothing there. I mean, obviously there's water there, but it's just very crystal clear. And my other filter kept it crystal clear as well. So I mean, this little filter says it's good for up to 5 gallons, I believe. I wouldn't use it probably on, I think it says up to 10 gallons, my bad. I wouldn't use it on 10 gallons. I might use it for 3 to 5 gallons, maybe, depending how stocked your tank is. But it is great for nano tanks. It would be great for a beta tank. It does have fairly high flow for what it is, but like I found, just pointing it straight at the wall, or maybe putting some filter pad over the outtake or something, would be okay for a beta tank. Little thing you see in there is a weekend feeder. Put it in there because I wasn't going to be home for a couple days. It's taken a long time to go away actually, but the snails go on it and eat out the little pellets when they get exposed. So do the fish, of course. Yeah, I just wanted to show that. I've also been doing a lot of upgrades and changes, kind of, not big changes in terms of fish. I added a couple fish, but to my 55-gallon tank. So I plan to do an update on the 55-gallon tank pretty soon too. Probably record it in the next couple days. Got a new filter. It's aqua clear and it works great. Did some modifications to the filter media. But I'll show that tank and kind of the setup of it now, because I haven't shown an update on that for, I don't know, maybe a year? I'm not sure. It's been set up for like 4.5 years now. So we'll do an update on that soon too. I'm going to put in this description as well a link to my before you get a fish tank video. If you're thinking about getting fish, it's really important video just to check out, just some information you should know. Other than that, happy pet keeping, and if you guys have any comments, questions, suggestions, leave a comment below. We'll see y'all later.